All right, Scorpio, what's up? Can I just say this Scorpio season has been like wrecking people left and right, like wrecking them. Jupiter in Scorpio, Venus in Scorpio, the Sun in Scorpio. Like now we're gonna have the new Moon in Scorpio, and like guys, this energy has been intense. But for you, I think you've been riding it out. You know, like a lot of people have been having problems with their relationships. So, like Scorpio's bringing up a lot of power issues. Like, look at what's going on with all this crazy sex scandal stuff, right? Like Jupiter in Scorpio is just revealing power abuses. And I think I'm really excited to talk to you guys because this new moon in Scorpio, like it's going to be a lot about power, a lot about the positive aspects of Scorpio. You know, people take you guys as such like so dark and serious and vicious all the time, but like on the other hand, you guys are really loyal. You're fierce, you're sharp, you're mysterious, you're deep, right? And I think this new moon is going to be bringing that out. We're going to be dealing with a lot of power, you know? We're going to be dealing with a lot of truths coming up, right? But for Scorpio, it's all about like embracing that power. You guys are going to be embracing it. Like, what this new moon is going to be bringing to you guys is like, oh, Ten of Swords, okay. So maybe this is that darker side of Scorpio, huh? That like that those truths that kind of like fuck shit up a little bit, right? Like there's endings coming. Which is good, which is kind of perfect for new moon energy, right? Like this means that it's time to start fresh. Right? So Scorpio, what this is saying to me right now is like as your current situation, maybe you've been a little beaten up, maybe you're a little downtrodden. And what this new moon is going to bring to you is an opportunity to embrace your power. Like to really embrace it. You know, to assert it. To say this is what I want, this is what I need. You know, when we had that full moon in Taurus a few weeks ago, a lot of it for you guys was about relationships and like who you want around and who is draining your energy and who's giving you energy. Now this new moon is about saying like, yo, I'm Scorpio, I'm in power, I'm in charge. This is what I want, this is what I need. I'm tired of getting knocked around like this. I'm tired of being like stuck in this weird place. Like things are coming to an end. Like the beautiful thing about Scorpio is like it shows the truth, right? And it might be a little harsh, it might be a little difficult to swallow, but like Ten of Swords, things are ending. Like there's a sense of defeat, yes. But the promise of this card is that something great is possible. A new start, a fresh start. Right? Like these swords are kind of been a burden. These are things that are like sticking in your side, right? But, and we'll see what happens here while we're talking about power, Scorpio, is like the Ten of Swords, like it has the potential for newness and greatness that comes after it, but you have to do something, right? It's very easy to get stuck in this place. And it's so Scorpio, right? Where you can get a little dark and you can get a little moody and you're like, fuck everybody, fuck everything, and get into this like, ugh, kind of place. So this new moon, I want to see you guys like shaking out of this state. That's what I think is lying here for you, right? We have Jupiter in your sign. We have Venus in your sign. Like possibilities of love, of happiness, of like wealth, right? Like you guys are all about your money, right? Look at the first thing that comes out here. As a clarifier, we have strength. So this is kind of telling me, guys, that you guys aren't going to really get stuck, right? Like this Ten of Swords energy, it's not going to get stuck with you. The strength, excuse me, strength is going to be all about like taking control, like exactly what I was just saying to start off with, like harnessing that Scorpio power, that new moon in Scorpio power, right? Like, because as much as Jupiter and Scorpio is like bringing up like issues of power abuse and whatnot, like it also is expansive. Jupiter is expansive. Jupiter brings gifts, it brings abundance. And in your sign, like that's a great promise for you. People in Scorpio, you have this like amazing wealth and abundance available to you, right? So like for this new moon cycle, from this new moon to the next new moon, it's all about harnessing that power. Like what a perfect card, right? Look at her. She's holding that mountain lion. Her hair is flaming. She has a flaming cup. What I started out saying, like harnessing your power, Scorpio. Maybe you haven't felt too powerful. Like the Ten of Swords, like you probably haven't been feeling at your best. Why? Why not? What's been going on here? Like, let's see what comes out here, because I really want to know why such like a mysterious, powerful sign like has trouble like with embracing their power. Like, power is scary, right? Like, some people don't like it. It's kind of hard, right? Like, when you get what you want, it's kind of intimidating. When you have to like assert yourself and take control, it can be kind of intimidating. There you go. Look at this. Worry and like, what was I just saying about power being scary? Like, what are the choices in your life that kind of are causing this kind of concern for you? Like, what am I trying to say? This Nine of Swords is all about worry and anxiety and grief, and it's like the fear. I feel like there's fear here, Scorpio. There's fear over, when I said power was intimidating, it's transformational, right? Sometimes like asserting yourself or making changes or saying this is what I want means big life changes, right? And when we start off with the 10, 10s are endings, right? And right before that, what do we have? The Nine of Swords. This is a shitty place to be stuck in. The Nine of Swords is not pleasant. We almost want to get to the Ten of Swords, where have all these swords sticking out of you, because that's way better than feeling like this. Like, way better. So Scorpio, I feel like maybe there are things that are happening for you in your life that if you were to act on what you truly want, like, again, Scorpio is about the depths, right? Pluto is your ruling planet. It's a deep, mysterious planet. And it's powerful. When you get to the depths of what you want and who you are and what you want your life to look like there's a reason strength is scary to you, right? Like, when I said the positive parts of Scorpio, the new moon, like, you guys, Scorpio is good with truths and getting to the core of things. And something's telling me, like, the truth of the situations you're finding yourself in is kind of hard for you to deal with. That could be love, that could be career. I feel like it's probably those things. I mean, most likely, but you know, when we're talking about the Taurus full moon that just passed, like, I was saying it's about relationships for you guys. Like, part of that was cutting people out. Part of that was like figuring out who you want close to you, who nurtures you, and who takes from you. Are there people in your life, Scorpio, that are taking from you, but like the thought of cutting yourself loose from them is kind of like really scary? Like, are there a lot of repercussions maybe even to cutting this person out? You know, maybe having to start over in some way? Hangman, Jesus. Like, talk about being stuck. Nine of Swords and the Hangman, like, what is the change that needs to happen? Again, one of the signature characteristics of Scorpio is transformation. It's change. So why are you here, Scorpio? Remember when I started off saying, like, You can be stuck here, that it has the promise of like something new and better and different, but like it's possible to get stuck. Like look what we got, the hangman. So we have like this power, this ability to harness this power, but like that's kind of like scary and like causing a lot of grief and worry and concern. And then what is it getting you, Scorpio? It's getting you here. Nothing, no movement. Like these two cards together are like like embodiment of fear, where you just can't, you're paralyzed. Right? The hangman is not always negative, but with this combination of cards here, like, you know, like you guys are a water sign, you need to flow. Right? Like things, like when your emotions are blocked up, when things, you're feeling things that you're not acting on, like that's where you end up here with this feeling of like God, like being beaten up and downtrodden. Scorpio. You know, even though this is like a little intimidating and a little scary and like not necessarily looking the brightest so far, I feel still encouraged because of this fresh new energy that's coming up. Oh, and then look, I feel even more encouraged. Look what popped out, the Ten of Pentacles. So this is telling me two things. Remember how I started off saying like this feels like it's about like career and love? Like Ten of Pentacles is about the home. It's about foundations and stability and security. Normally a very pleasant card. Exactly what you want to see when you're dealing with like material concerns, right? It's like satisfaction, hard work paying off. You can see the material benefits of what you've been doing. But like with these other cards, guys, like, is the home life a problem? I don't feel like this is money. If anything, I do feel like it's maybe like your jobs, but like not even that. I feel like it's the home. I feel like these are relationships, and not just like relationships. Like this is like family relationships, like husband, wife, children, even like problems with the landlord or something like that. But it's up to you guys. It's up to you, Scorpio, to make the changes that you have to make. It's up to you. What's beautiful about this Scorpio energy is that it's like about facing your fears, facing the darkness, facing the shadow. You know? And you're so empowered right now with the way like the planets are aligned to like really fuck shit up. Like in a good way. You know what I mean? Like you guys have all the energy right now in the universe to face these fears, to like harness the Scorpio ability to like look into the darkness and come out the other side like victorious. And I want that for you, Scorpio. I think that this is really, I was gonna say kind of like an alignment. Like an alignment with the truth. You know, like maybe what you've been feeling some way deep down inside and you didn't want to admit it maybe, and then you know, it's kind of like when somebody like the relief you get when you're honest about something, right? Like you carry this burden for so long of keeping something to yourself and staying bottled up, and then like when you finally just like face it, you're free. Like, yeah, this is gonna happen. You might be kind of beaten up for a while, right? It might not feel so great. It's not gonna feel great. But this is like cutting off a limb that's gonna just rot away, right? It hurts, it sucks, it's painful. You have to deal with the grief of it, but whatever disease there was stops spreading. You know what I mean? Like, just as an analogy, like. And again, we have like the two benefactors, Venus and Jupiter, in your sign. Like, this is the time for you guys to take action. To take action towards like really building real abundance and real foundation and real relationships and real love that are solid. On the one hand, on one of your paths here, we have the Four of Cups. You know, I have a problem with this card because to a lot of people, it's sort of about not embracing what you have available to you. But with this deck, to me, it's just like, it's the opposite of that. It is sort of like taking hold of what you have available to you. And with what we're talking about here, Scorpio, like taking hold of your power, of your emotional strength, of the emotional abundance that's available to you. And you know, this still, no matter what, even though I interpret it a little more positively, is not an easy card, the Four of Cups. Like the crab in the image is embracing the moon. It's deep, it's dark, it's kind of scary. But nonetheless, he's embracing it. Right? This kind of reminds me of how like my Cancer rising has been reacting to Scorpio season. Like, it's been fucking everyone around, but like the crab, the Cancer, like we go with the flow. You know, we can ride the ebb and flow of the ocean. And to me, I feel like that's what this card is saying to you, like to be like the crab. Like the depths are scary. It's not easy. It's gonna knock you around. But keep in mind, like, what you have available to you. These Four Cups are full. They're overflowing. Like look at the way that this like energy is radiating from the moon. It's so much, there's so much, everything I've been talking about here with how much energy there is available to you guys. Like, this card is so abundant in emotional energy, which can be overwhelming, which can put you in a dark place, right? Right? Which can get you here, which can get you in that like mopey ass Scorpio sense of like, bleh, you know, where you guys can get kind of emo, like Cancer rising again. Like, I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying, like, that's how these water signs can get, right? You can get like all up in your feels, like real hard. It's time to shake it off, though. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like shake it off. It's time to shake off the feelings and just face the facts. Deal with what is putting you here. Deal with it. You have to. I mean, you don't have to. You can fucking be stuck here still if you want. Like, that's whack. Why would you want to? Why would you rather be there than here? You know, this card to me right now is also saying that you guys haven't been embracing your power. Like, the implication of, like, this new moon in Scorpio being about embracing your power is kind of telling me that you haven't been. Well, obviously, like, look what we have here. Look at this combination of cards. Is this where you want to be, Scorpio? Like, stuck as hell? Like, this is your season. This is hard for me. I just felt like a wave of emotion, like pulling these cards up together. Because, remember what I said about it not being easy? Like, it being a little rough? This card, with these two, like, I kind of feel for you guys. I really do. Like, You know, if it was the 10 of cups that were coming up like this, like it would be a little lighter, I feel like, because it's still happiness and family and all that, but this feels whew, like, you know, it's like when someone goes through through a divorce, like, yeah, you have to deal with the emotions and all that, but like the material part of it can like fuck you up, right? Like having to get a new house, having to uh, uh, survive financially on your own when you're used to doing it with two people. Like that's what I feel here. Like having company, having these creature comforts, maybe even having pets, and then like not having the like security anymore. I feel for you if that's what you're going through. But again, like I don't want to be too specific. Sure, this is definitely family and home, but like this is also like material insecurity. Like that's what I'm feeling right now. Like stuck in a job that's making you miserable. Maybe not being able to get on your feet, you know? But Scorpio, I have faith in you. You know, I really do. I think that from this new moon in Scorpio till the next new moon in December, like you guys are manifestors. And I think it's time to manifest something. If it's a job that's weighing you down, like make it your goal in the next month to find a new one or to at least get away from this some way, somehow. Let's see what the other path is because I want to see how this Four of Cups is going to be showing up. Okay. Six of Cups as the other path. Six of Cups, I love this card. Right? Like, it's such a card of happiness and like spreading joy and love. The Scorpios I know, when they're happy, I mean, look, this is the Sun in Scorpio. When they're happy, they are so lovely. I mean, that's how most people are, right? Like, when you're happy, you're great, but like, Scorpio, like, this is that Jupiter in your sign. Like, this is that generosity of emotion, of feeling, of love. So I'm gonna backtrack on this a little bit. Yes, this is a little bit of a this is abundance, but it feels to me more now like a little overwhelming. Like this is kind of a little bit more staying here, of maybe trying to ride this shit out too much. You know what I mean? Of like not taking advantage of opportunities. When compared to the Six of Cups, like this person is living it up. Or let's even consider it another way. Like if this energy was reversed, this is sort of like not embracing this energy, right? Like not embracing the power that's available to you. And it's not just like worldly power, it's power over your emotions. Your emotional state that's like keeping you down or keeping you low. So, Scorpio, I want you to focus on your happiness. On your happiness. I feel like I need to say that. On your happiness. This is that thing about power again, right? Like, asserting your power is kind of, could feel selfish. It could feel uncomfortable. But, like, what good are you to anybody when you're not this? When you're just, like, in this fuckery of emotions and like this deep like back like the moon in Cancer, like this is deep, this is like emotional, this is dramatic, this is like Oh, overpowering emotions. So we're gonna stay here, or are we gonna make the hard choices? Are you gonna make the hard choices? Like, I was gonna say I want to clarify to see what this is, but I don't even think I have to. I think you know. Like, what are the things that are most prominent on your mind that are causing you unhappiness? I feel like it's like to deal with your material well-being, whether that's the home or a career. I feel like money's kind of okay, but there's still something off in like the thing that gives you security, right? Like, this is that Four of Cups, like being knocked all around all over the place. Bottom of the deck, Scorpio, the King of Pentacles. Like, what did I just say about manifesting? About like making it your business to manifest. Like, but this is earthly, right? Like, the King of Pentacles is the ruler of earth. Yeah, he manifests, and we're talking a lot about emotions, but like, it's funny to see how like how closely linked like this emotional state, this mental like anguish is tied to your material world. Is tied to your home. Is tied to your job. I feel like that's going to resonate with most of you guys. Maybe both. I want you guys to feel like this, where you can create your own destiny. Where you can take hold of that power that this new moon is offering you. And create the new life. As scary as this is, as scary as like letting this go and going through this is, like, what's exhilarating about it, and the reason that there's so much joy and pleasure here, is because you get to create newness, like whatever you want, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to pull a card or two more just to see if we can go a little deeper here, and then we're going to clarify with the oracle deck here. Only like one or two, right? Let's do this, Scorpio. Let's do the outcome. Hey, Ace of Wands. I like this. There's that ambition. There's that, like, I just hear Scorpio in my head, like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. Like, this is you guys making moves. This is you guys, all that energy I was talking about. You know, like, this is you, like, absorbing it from the inside and kind of saying, like, yeah, I'm going to fucking take charge. This is so promising when we have this card here and we're talking about you embracing your power. Like, this is showing me you guys embracing your power and embracing that fresh start and starting to create and starting to make moves and starting to get, like, unstuck from here. Right? I love this. There's that fire, Scorpio. There's that ambition. There's that, like, fuck this. We're not staying here. Nah, son. Done with this. That's what the Ace of Wands is telling me. Like, I'm done with this. This is my self-worth. This is my will. Right? This is the things I want. Like, fuck what everybody else is saying. Like, what is it you need, Scorpio? The full moon in Taurus was all about needs, and now the new moon in Scorpio is about acting on it. Right? Beautiful. Like, all that fear I was talking about earlier, like, this is sort of like a new burst of courage to me. And saying, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Ho, hey, the world. Okay, so, two things here. I feel like that sense of completion. Like, I feel like something is gonna come to an end. Whatever this is, the promise here is that, like, I think this is coming to an end, right? Like, you're gonna get unstuck, but the world is all about completion. It's about fulfillment, the end of something. Normally in a very positive way, because of what else we're dealing with here with. Like, I'm a little concerned about like how you're gonna feel, but again, the world is promise. The world is newness. The world is completion. Like, time to embrace a new era of your life, Scorpio. I feel like with this card coming up, you can expect like radical change, like in a concrete material way that you're gonna see, that you're gonna be able to touch and feel. Like all this abstract fire energy of the Ace of Wands, like here's it manifested, right? In this beautiful world. Things that are coming to you that you might not even have anticipated. Like joy beyond anything you might have anticipated. You feel me? One more. Alright, I'm laughing because, like, the Seven of Swords is such a card of, like, tomfoolery and fuckery. But right now, Scorpio, for you, I'm really actually kind of liking this energy. I see you as this man who's just kind of like, ha, screw you guys, fuck y'all, I'm doing my thing, who cares what you're doing? Now be careful too, because like, this could be a caveat, right? So like, not be too much of a dick, to not like rip people off, to not like, you know, hurt people on purpose. But sometimes this card for me is like really positive depending on where a person is. Like if you're in the hangman position, if you're like stuck and not feeling great and feeling weak and empowered, sometimes it's good to like just burn it all and move. To just say fuck it, I'm out. You know, like I can't like endorse this, but like this could be a job where you're like calling one day and say, sorry, I quit. Ha, you know. Again, I'm not endorsing just quitting your job. That could be stupid. Like, don't be stupid, right? But like, be a little rebellious. Be a little like zero fucks given. That's what I'm saying is great about this card. Like, just like, if someone gets fucked over in the process, like, don't hurt people who are close to you. Don't hurt people who don't deserve it. But maybe someone has it coming a little bit. Maybe someone's been fucking with you and you've been taking it, and now it's like time to just be like, gotcha, bitch. I like this. I'm glad I'm ending on a note of laughing. Like Scorpio, just like do it with reckless abandon. Just go for it. Don't think about it. Don't worry if it's perfect. Like, he's dropping some of those swords, right? Doesn't matter. He's getting away. He's breaking away. And he has, like, a bounty still. Feel me? Alright, so I'm going to pull a little oracle cards, and then we're going to look at the cards to summarize. And I'm going to send you guys on your way to be a fucking badass. To manifest. Manifest, Scorpio. Like, get in touch with those deep, dark things inside of you. Face the darkness. And, like, once you get through the darkness, you're going to get to the truth. You know, like, that's what's behind the darkness, right? Is something that you maybe don't want to see, but, like, is real. Nurturing. What did I say about this whole time about you guys taking care of you first and foremost? about making sure that you're okay. What the Taurus full moon, like I said earlier, nurturing your needs, Scorpio. Taking care of yourself first and foremost. That's what this card is reiterating to me. Take care of you. Trust me, everyone else is going to be fine. Trust me, they will be fine. You, Scorpio, need to take care of you. Put yourself first. That's what I'm talking about when I'm saying claiming your power. Put yourself, put your needs, put your desires even. Forget needs. Put your desires first. If it's uncomfortable, like, oh well, like, try it out. Oh well. Shapeshift, yes. Fox, like, here's a little bit of that trickery, right? Like that, like, trickster energy. But this is also like what I was saying here with the world. Like a whole new existence, a whole new way of being. Taking on like a new persona, a new life. Embracing that Scorpio transformative energy. Right? Like, it's funny to tell Scorpio this because usually everyone thinks you guys are so vicious and able to just like comfort people, but like this card is telling me like maybe you haven't been that person and now it's time to switch gears and get into that mode. Cool. I like it. I like it. And then, beautiful. I love when this card comes out at the end. Victory. We start off here, right? With defeat, with the Ten of Swords. And then where do we end? With the victory, with the B. With, like, doing things you didn't even know you could accomplish. It's amazing. Right? Just like fucking brilliant, Scorpio. Brilliant. Alright. So let's take a quick look at the cards, and then you guys are on your way.
All right, so this is what we got here. The initial sense of defeat, and then we have the strength, the worry and concern being stuck in place, right? Do you see how these all go together here? The worry and concern and like fear of being empowered and like what it's affecting, right? And then here you have riding this tumultuous wave of energy, of emotion, of like still kind of being stuck, kind of being like in your feelings. As opposed to being in your feelings in a great way, in a positive way, in an uplifting way. Right? And then here we have the outcome. We have the Ace of Wands, the World, and the Seven of Swords. Like, this is you guys like embracing your power and just like moving forward, getting out of this stuck place. Taking care of yourself, transforming, winning. Right? Like, do you see this? Do you see how we start here and we go through this whole process of like, oh, icky emotions and feelings and blah, 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 blah. And then like we have this beautiful outcome, like the Six of Cups. Like, I usually don't say one path is right or the other, but like I want you guys to go here. I want you to embrace this, embrace your happiness, take care of yourself, right? Put it first, Scorpio. Put you first. Use your ambition to take care of yourself. To say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be someone new. I'm going to create a new life. And then get the fuck out of there, right? Just go. Just go.
All right, Scorpio. So I hope this was helpful. Like, I feel really encouraged for you guys. I feel like you're going good places. Like, you just have to deal with your emotions. You just have to, like, Face the emotions. Stop trying to ride them out. Stop trying to stay bottled up. Deal with it, right? Use that Scorpio energy of getting to the truth, of like diving deep, facing the fears. Like, I'm not saying it's easy. Trust me, I'm not saying it's easy. But it's time to take control of your life and be empowered, right? You have to. It's like essential for you right now. If not, you're just wasting it. If not, you're just staying stuck. Do you want to stay stuck? Do you want to stay defeated? I don't think so. We had two tens here, right? The Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. Like, defeat and like, no bueno on this. Alright, Scorpio, so I hope this helped you guys out. I'm really looking forward to the changes you're going to make. I know the Scorpios in my life deserve happiness and have maybe been stuck for a little while, right? Face those fears. You can do it. You're bad as fuck. Alright, Scorpio. Love you guys. Talk to you in a few weeks.